Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, roll on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, roll on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, roll on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, roll on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for that. I never switch, you never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the
I was legit ever since I blew. They all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the bip. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
Combo. Here we go, D. Here I come. Mike 3.
Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. That's complete to John Ross. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Begin.
Go on. Hey, zoom. Hit it.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 17, Mayfield. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Regular. Hey, alert, 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 alert. 52's the mark, boy, 52.
Mayfield looks to throw. Complete. Smith has it. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the carry, it's Lynch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield throwing the out route and complete. It's Tate. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Switch it. Come on.
Now a give. Running right is Lynch. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to it. 180. Hey. Real.
First down, Mayfield. It's caught. Humphries. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Zach Line, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jaguars nothing. Michael Dixon sets the
out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
On the ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Third and 7.
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop.
On third down, Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll... mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. First down, the run with Lynch. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
So that throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hey, orbit. 2, 2, 3.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
11. Tighten up.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Mike 50. No chance. Check 13. Showing it.
I got them.
Banjo.
One, Omaha.
50.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Mayfield now, nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Okay, just like that.
King.
Watch twins. Jimmy.
General West.
They'll run with Lynch. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marshawn Lynch with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Buccaneers. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4.
White.
50, Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, huh? You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming for you, son. 50's the Mike.
2.
And watch this.
2.
Watch twist.
65.
50's the Mike.
Buzz. Hey, gun.
Hey, 50's the Mike. 50.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 180. 12.
Hey, check. Mike 50.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing.
Hey, alert.
Slam. Kill. Hey, turn it.
I got you.
Check the hot read. Kill.
21.
50, Mike 50.
Get hot.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Point it right.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Regular.
Rush in.
80 weapon.
Rush in.
They'll run for it. Lynch, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
21.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let him know, let him know.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Check Mike.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lynch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, on 133.
They'll run on first down. Lynch into the secondary again. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Damian Williams, his second touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Lego.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Auden Tate His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Watch the pass.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Sponge. No. 21. Hey, gun.
Mike. Tackles.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And now Garoppolo lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. Now Lynch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Marshawn Lynch with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Brings up second and 9 at the 23-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Check curls. Shoot.
Alert. Pistol. What's up?
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. They're going to snub this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
This dude was calling me a bum all year. It's crazy. Oh, yeah, calling me a bum. You in the bum
The chance
division,
of
you're a
wasting
bum,
this
yada,
great
yada.
starting field position, a real threat.
All
This
out
is
to
3rd
get
and long.
fried. Really don't understand people sometimes, bro. Really don't.
Kings.
And I wasn't even going to talk to him, but he's so
Now Ledge
bad,
running
bro.
right.
That I just
And
asked
he'll get
him.
this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments,
Oh,
it
yeah, I know
appears,
UT
at least on
watching
this
as
drive.
well. Yo, UT.
So he splits
You're
the
a bum,
uprights,
too. I
and
ain't
it has to be a
quarterback
nice
blitz all
feeling. Right
game.
when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point
just
shooter
stop
in
cornerback
basketball,
blitz.
right?
He ain't
Release the
soft.
ball, fall back
Maybe
on
that's why
defense
people
without
scoring
even
on him.
looking. You know it's going in the
Some
hoop.
cornerback
That's
blitz.
fielded in the end zone.
No
And
gimmick.
he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Yo, Mo, what up, bro? See the comment. I appreciate
The
the love,
Jacksonville
bro.
offense set to begin their
Appreciate
next
all that
drive.
love.
And here we
All
are
of that.
almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo.
Oh, yes, sir.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will
Come
be...
on, ref. I was in with that. Can I get that?
So this will go only as incomplete.
Yo, Phil. I had to do it for the old AFC East, bro. He called all of us bums.
Well, he challenged the play.
I had to do
it did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
As a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably
feel it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Couldn't let him get away with that.
Marcus Joyner with a pick. And they'll start out with great
put down
field
2K,
position
I put down Madden,
at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Put down Call of Duty, back in my bag. Back in my bag. Serving treats like it's Halloween. You hear me? He ain't even score. I don't even think he passed midfield, honestly. That's my assessment.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row,
I just
you have a job as long as you want to win this league, aren't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know
what
else you
I know you watching
you make your defense mad.
You already tell the whole league that I
gave you a great opportunity.
I ain't do it all game, so you might as well turn the stream
So
on.
back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
I know it. And it's okay. It's okay, bro. Okay.
Give to Lynch from the shotgun.
Oh, get over me, Marco.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
It's not fair that I'm constantly disrespected like that. It's not fair that I'm constantly disrespected.
He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down.
I can't do it. I'm soft.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield on 1st down. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing. Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Adam Humphries. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Jaguars go for 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Going for 6-0 IC.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
55, 55.
That's good for another Jacksonville.
Come on, fellas. 11.
24-yard line.
58, Mike.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Here we go. Like 20. Let's go. Lock.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
We got this. 1st and 10. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, What's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around.
But he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he takes it. Chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Switch up, switch up.
12, fellas, here we go. Hey, wahoo! I got you.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Hey, gun.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
They're going to try and run. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Let's go, defense. And here we go. Shift. Whip.
One, Omaha.
Watch the whip.
Say hut.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They go play action here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Big Dad.
Black. Go.
One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.